Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. I'm trying a new thing on the mic, so we'll see if that's any better, but I'm not enamoured with this system, I'm afraid. It's not easy to use, too much faffing about to get it to work, and I don't know how a lot of YouTubers actually do this, because it's a lot of messing about. Much easier when it was attached to the helmet. Never mind. Anyhow, we've got a lot to report. Lots of things have been going on. Mr. Macron has been in the UN doing his bit. Not sure what Keir Starmer has been doing, but I'm sure it's something similar. I don't know whether he was in the UN or not. It's about 2 weeks since I've been on the bike, actually. So, in fact, it is 2 weeks since I've been on the bike. More than 2 weeks. Yes. I came down with a lurgy. First of all, I was in Englandshire, but I caught the lurgy before I went to Englandshire, as it started appearing the day after I arrived, so that usually means I caught it a couple of days beforehand. So, Englandshire, cold. Although we were in the south, and in theory people were sitting outside enjoying lunches or dinners, it was cold and showery. It was. So, yeah, cold and showery. We had a good time. We saw some friends, and but I had to cancel one event. I was going to go to Ely and have a look at the cathedral and so on, but I decided that the cold was too much, especially as the following day I had to drive back to France. I thought I would give that a miss, which is probably a good thing, because I was definitely not 100%, even though I had driven back to France. I was doped up with paracetamol, which is really cheap in the UK and very expensive in France, especially as the main brand, which is called Doliprane, being bought by the Americans. I'm not sure exactly how much percentage of Doliprane they actually own, but they own some of it. So a lot of French pharmacies are no longer stocking it. They have decided that it's not French, so it's not going to be stocked. Yes, as you can see, it's raining. The temperature says 30 degrees, but it was a lot colder than that this morning. It was definitely a lot colder than that this morning. And I shall go the way that Waze thinks is best. Which is through the traffic lights at the bottom for some reason. Normally I go up there. Oh, and I don't know which way the camera's pointing, so I may have to do this all over again, because I haven't got a phone set up on the system. I'm going somewhere I know where I'm going, so not a problem. Yes, so getting sidetracked again. Englandshire, as I say, it was nice and easy, a good run across from the channel. We didn't have to do any of this fancy fingerprinting or any of that nonsense, so that was good. That doesn't happen until the 12th of October. My other half, because she's French, had to get a visa. Bloody strange, but never mind. I'm gonna have to do something with this ABS light, it's annoying me. It is. I've done all sorts of things with it, but I'm gonna have to take the wheels off, I think, and clean the sensors and the disc, the ABS ring. I think that's where the problem is. That's the only place I haven't done anything with. So that's the next thing. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm not in any hurry, by the way, so although I could go all the way through and so on, I'm okay. We're going to get stuck here, I know that. Nobody's going to let Charlie through. He might get through after this black car, if he's quick. Lorry is breaking the law. So, not useful. Yes, went across on a red. Lots, going back to Englishshire, I think I'm going to have to redo this video because it's a bit too disjoint. The trip across was fine from France to the UK. That was absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever. Easy run on the motorways. We were in the car because Madam has a baggage train which she takes with her. No problem whatsoever. We arrived probably half an hour or so early, which is good. And had an excellent time, as per usual. An enormous number of flags on the bridges and lampposts and so on, in enormous number. Probably going to have to do something I don't like doing, and that's use the front brake only. I don't like doing that. I prefer to use both brakes. But, we'll see, just because of this ABS light. So yes, prices had risen. That was noticeable. Though I did buy a pair of trainers in Nike, one of their outlet shoppy thingies, and they were half price. I usually buy a pair every year because I've worn them out in a year. But this time I thought, well, I'll keep the old ones, but maybe I'll throw them away. I'll keep the old ones and use them until they fall apart for running, and then just use the good ones, which are, as I said, they are trainers, but they're more shoes rather than trainers, so you can use them for running, and you can stop you doing that. To try and keep them in a better condition and so on. So I'm a little bit wary because of this ABS light, and it's wet. And although I do know how to brake, it's 2 weeks since I've used the bike, so I'm taking it a bit easier. Ah, yes. Anyhow, coming back though, the Eurotunnel had a problem. We got to the Eurotunnel and it said your train is on time, and then it said no, you're going to be delayed by half an hour, and then it said no, you're back on time. And then, so we sat down and had something to eat, and then we looked at the screen and it said last call, we're boarding you early by 1 hour. So quickly grabbed everything and got in the car, got through passport control, and this time they wanted to swab down the car and check for contraband and so on. And we got to the staging area to load onto the tunnel, and we had to wait an hour, so we could have spent that hour quite happily in the terminal. So her indoors was not too happy because, oh, this is clever. Her indoors is not too happy because she didn't get a chance to check the duty free. She likes to buy perfume because it is actually cheaper in the duty free shop. So she was none too happy, but never mind. Go on then. Yeah, so she was none too happy about that. Coming back, Waze took us a different route, which I think was better personally. There was much less traffic on it, and until you got to Paris, and then it sort of finally brings you back onto the normal route, which is usually a nightmare, but by the time we were there, this was about 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, it was starting to get quiet, so it wasn't too bad. and home. So our next door neighbour is from Preston and had put in a request for certain items to be brought over, so we brought a number of items over for her. Yeah, I mean, how strange is that, you know? I moved into an apartment in Paris, and quite literally the door next to us, she's from Preston. Yeah, I think I've discussed that before, but never mind. She's been in Paris for a long time. I think over 30 years, but I'm not certain. Yes, so Englandshire was a success. We enjoyed it. I think next time we're going to go for a couple of weeks instead of 1 week. We will see, because there's talk of visiting Australia next year, and so it depends on the finances, because I think Australia is going to be somewhat pricey. I have this inkling that we're going to see this is going to be a bit of a bum fight. I can see that. This is going to be really quite sensible. This is everybody coming off, is it the 86? I think it is, the 𝗘𝗅𝗏𝗏. And consequently, it's a mess, and we are, what, 9:30 in the morning, which is sort of part of rush hour, because the shops don't open until 10 o'clock, so well, a lot of the big shops in the shopping centres and so on don't open until 10 o'clock, so a lot of them don't get into work until about 9:30-ish, some of them even 10 o'clock, so it is a busy time. But as you can see, in theory, I'm going against the traffic, so it's a bit easier. Let's say I need to do some practicing, I think, on the bike, because I put on 2 kilos in 1 week when I was in the UK. Yeah, that's right, 2 kilos in a week. And my clothes don't fit very well at all. Anyhow, so I'll say thank you very much. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. And it's very possible I might have to redo this video, because oh dear, I don't know where the camera's pointing. Oh, we went to Inner on Sunday, just very quickly while I was stuck at the lights. We went to Inner on Sunday for the Journée des Patrimoines, and had a look around their new studios and so on and so forth. Very good it was indeed. Recommended. Definitely recommended. Anyhow, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.